How's it going, guys? CB7 here, and today I'm going to be doing a player review on Team of the Season Otamendi. And basically, before this video starts, if you guys are new to the channel, I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe and turn on notifications. I did also upload another Team of the Season player review on my channel today. That was on Team of the Season Criscito. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Hopefully it is. The link to that will be in the description. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So basically, the BPL Team of the Season is finally here. It is just the most hyped up Team of the Season out of all of them, and it is my personal favorite one. And basically, I want to review a lot of these cards, and I did decide to review today Team of the Season Otamendi. Basically, he does look like an insane center back, and he's kind of the only good Team of the Season that I can actually afford. There is Nick Pope, but he's really not the best, and he's also a goalkeeper. So I just decided to review Otamendi, but when I do get enough coins, I will hopefully do more Team of the Season player reviews on more BPL Team of the Seasons. But yeah, basically, Team of the Season Otamendi is a 93 rated center back from the Premier League. He's 6 feet tall, he has high work rates, which is kind of weird for a center back. I've never really had that before. And he also has 3-star weak foot and 2-star skill moves. Now, I did pick him up for around 209,000 coins, but right now on the market you could probably pick him up for around 205,000 coins or lower. Now onto the in-game stats of this card, and just look at those in-game stats. Oh my, they just look incredible. He has 95 defending, 91 physical. That alone is just amazing. And he also looks very good all around as well. But basically, out of these in-game stats, in my opinion, the most standout ones are 97 interceptions, 95 heading, 95 standing tackle, and 96 sliding tackle. And basically, before I get into the pros and cons of this card, I did play the majority of the games in the center back position with this card. I did alternate between the left center back and the right center back, but I also played him in the CDM for a bit of the games, not a whole game, but like the last 30 minutes of a couple of games, just to see how good he would perform in that position, since he does have very good all-round stats. But yeah, guys, now onto the pros and cons of this card. There's just so many pros about this card. Honestly, it's unreal. But I'll start off with the first pro, which is his shot power and his long shots. I did score an absolute banger from outside the box, and this guy's long shots and shot power are very good. I know if you do play him as a center back, you can't really try that out the most, but if you do play him as a CDM, you can actually take a lot of shots with this guy, and you have a good chance of scoring a lot of goals from outside the box. On to the next standout pro of this card, it is this guy's passing. His passing is pretty decent, since when I did play in the CDM position, he did make a lot of good passes to my forwards. And now onto the pro that I really want to highlight about this card, it is this guy's interceptions. I think this is what this card did the best out of everything on his card and everything he did in game. Honestly, his interceptions were just unbelievable. I've never used someone that made as many interceptions as this guy. Basically, he was just always anticipating where the ball was going to be. He would always lay off some of my opponents, and then right when one of them would pass the ball to a player that he was close to, he would just get the ball and just win possession. And he just did this so many times, and just none of the center backs that I've used on this game did as much as him. Now also, his other defending stats were very good as well. I think his tackling was very good. His heading was very good as well. His marking was very good. He very rarely let his man slip away, but I really just feel that his interceptions was the best thing about this card. But basically, yeah, his tackling was very good. He did make a lot of solid tackles on my opponents to win back the ball, and really, what can you expect? Obviously, you can expect him to make some such solid tackles, because his tackling in general his slide tackling is 96 and his standing tackle is 95, so you know you're gonna get a lot out of him. Also, this guy's stamina was a standout pro as well. 85 stamina on a center back. That is insane. I don't think I've used many center backs in this game that have had 80 plus stamina, and for him to have 85, it's absolutely incredible. It matches some attackers that I do use on the game and some of my opponents use. So he always matches their stamina. So basically, like at the end of the game, he doesn't normally get tired, and he will always keep up with them and won't let other players on the other team slip away from him. And also, Otamendi's league is also pro as well, since basically everyone on this game has BPL teams, so you could easily fit him into your squad. And basically the final standout pro on this card is this guy's strength. 89 strength is very solid. He did knock many players off the ball, and I just felt like his strength was very good. And basically, guys, earlier I did mention that I did play this guy in the CDM position a few times, and I felt like he made a godly CDM. Honestly, if you decide to pick this card up, play him in the CDM position. He makes an insane center back, but a CDM, he's basically like if Bakayoko got a Team of the Year card. That's basically how I felt, and if Bakayoko could actually shoot. Because basically, guys, I just felt like everything on this card was basically a pro. But nevertheless, there was some cons about this card. And the first con, in my opinion, I feel is this guy's pace. It really isn't the best. Honestly, pace on a defender isn't that much of a factor to me. Like, honestly, if a defender is good enough, I will use him if he has even under 70 pace. Since Otamendi was so good in so many different areas, I don't think his pace really bothered me that much. But it did stand out in some situations because he just couldn't keep up with some people. And when I actually wanted him to make a tackle or outstrength someone when he was running alongside them, he just couldn't get close enough to them to actually do that because he wasn't fast enough. And the next standout con on this card is somewhat this guy's agility. I don't want to say it is really a standout con, but it was somewhat. Now, I think because he was so slow and because he's also kind of tall as well, he wasn't that mobile, and really sometimes it was pretty easy for my opponents to actually get around this guy, but most of the time it wasn't because he was just such a solid defender. But in some ways I just didn't feel that his agility was that good. And now onto the final standout con, in my opinion, of this card. It is this guy's price. He is pretty expensive for a center back card. Now, a lot of people will be willing to pay this for this card since he is 93 rated. That's the thing. He's 93 rated. 200k, around 200k isn't that bad for a 93 rated card, but it is expensive for a lot of people, and it's just something that they can't really afford. But basically, guys, nevertheless, if I had to give this card a rating out of 10, I would give him a 9 out of 10. He is just a solid all-round card and is so good defensive-wise and physical-wise, but unfortunately, he isn't the fastest. His agility isn't the best, and he is also quite expensive, which is why I did give him a 9 out of 10. But nevertheless, if you guys have the coins, I really recommend to pick up this card. He will just be a rock at the back for you. And if you do pick him up, I do recommend playing him as a CDM as well, because he did make a godlike CDM for me. But basically, guys, since BPL Team of the Season is still out, I am hopefully going to upload a lot more videos to do with BPL Team of the Season that consist of player reviews, hopefully some SBCs, and some more videos as well. And as I did mention at the start of the video, I did also upload another Team of the Season player review today. That was on Team of the Season Criscito, if that's how you say it. Hopefully the link to that will be in the description. And yeah, guys, if you are new to the channel, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe as well, and also turn on notifications. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.